I'm Iyare and this is Fantastic Realm. This week on the show we've got so many good comics for you, including Red Robin, Exodus, Avengers The List, Kick-Ass. This is Red Robin number 4, brand new issue in the Red Robin series.
Issue number 4 of Batman's former sidekick sees him still on the quest of Bruce Wayne, trying to find Bruce when everybody else thinks he's dead. Is it going to be a lost cause, or will Tim Drake actually prove to be the hero of the Batworld and actually succeed where everyone else has failed? This is a really compelling little series. Who'd have thought that Tim Drake could hold up a series all by himself and have me loving it week in, week out?
Red Robin number 4 out this week on DC. This is Dark Avengers, Uncanny X-Men, Exodus. This is the final part of the story we've known as Utopia up to now.
Really, really classic moment for Cyclops. Scott Summers does quality work in this one and gets up the nose of Norman Osborn right royally in this series. If you have any liking for Scott Summers' Cyclops, then you have to get this series, because this is as good as he's been written that I remember for ages.
Dark Avengers, Uncanny X-Men, Exodus on your stands this week. The second part of the Batman Blackest Night series is out this week.
Blackest Night and the absence of Bruce Wayne have made for some very, very cool stuff in the Batworld. Blackest Night Batman 2 sees Red Robin, Robin and Batman fighting alongside each other, trying to deal with the menace of the Black Lanterns, with also great little moments for Commissioner Gordon and Barbara Gordon in this book. It's just quality gear.
So here you have it, Batman Blackest Night, issue number 2, out now. It's another big Marvel event. This time the event is The List. This is part of Dark Reign, and this is the Avengers, The List number 1.
What is it with Marvel and event comics? They love an event at Marvel, boys. So it's not enough that we've got Dark Reign. Now we have to have an event within an event with Dark Reign The List. There are 8 books coming out, one-shots that are going to move the whole Dark Reign scenario on a bit. This is the first one, Avengers. This is a quality book. I really enjoyed it, but I often feel that these event things are a little bit exploitative of us comic book fans. That said, I am a complete sucker and will be buying Dark Reign The List in all of its parts.
Dark Reign The List, Avengers, issue number 1, out now.
Here we go, listen up. Here we go, here we go, here we go, come on. Here we go, here we go, here we go, come on. Here we go, here we go. Grab me, pose for the family. Those understand me, homes from Miami, here we go. Sweeping, peeping, and still keeping old school culture breathing in. Fashion among us, charisma persona with the patch on Adonis. System confounding poet, sometimes Mother F drown in the moed. Evasive hooking, with the fans keeping old school culture breathing in. Fashion among us, charisma persona with the patch on
This is Superman, World of New Krypton. This is issue number 7. It came out this week.
The fact that Clark Kent Superman is the last of his kind is one of the mainstays of the Superman myth. However, seeing Clark amongst his own kind living on New Krypton with 100,000 other Kryptonians has proven to work as well. This is a compelling series. I always look out for it each month. Greg Rucka and James Robinson are doing quality work on this, and there is a space battle between Kryptonians and Thanagarians in this that is worth the price of admission by itself.
This is issue number 7 of Superman, World of New Krypton, and it's out this week. The Amazing Spider-Man hits your shelves again this week. This is issue number 604.
This issue sees Peter Parker fighting back against the Chameleon. Now, you're either going to go for the way he survives the Chameleon's acid bath or not. I'd love to know whether you think it's plausible or not. just about on the inside of plausible for me, though it's a bit of a stretch if I'm totally honest. Still, not a bad book at all. Quite liking what they're doing with Spider-Man at the moment.
The Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 604, out on Marvel Comics this week.
So many great books out this week that even a Brubaker written book like The Marvels Project can't get a full review, but issue 2 is on your shelves this week. There's a brand new series from DC called The Shield that is worth a look if you've got time for such things. Dark Reign continues this week. Issue number 135 of The Thunderbolts hits the stands with a wicked little confrontation between Norman Osborn and Nick Fury. Mark Millar's quality writing continues on Ultimate Avengers issue number 2, which is also on stands this week. Adventure Comics featuring Superboy is out with a good second feature featuring the Legion of Superheroes. Blackest Night is dominating your shelves this week in the shape of the Green Lantern Corps number 40. For younger readers, Marvel Superhero Squad finally hits the stands. You'll have to check this one out to see whether or not it's worth all of the hype prior to its launch. I'm going to reserve judgment on this one for a couple of issues yet. There's another new series, this time from Marvel, in the shape of Nomad, Girl Without a World. It's a mini series and this is part 1 of Thor. There's a great little one-shot on the War of Kings. This one, Who Will Rule, brought to us by Abnett and Lanning. Also, a little bit of a girl comic. Models Inc. hits issue number 1 this week. Best thing about this book is the cover. Fabulous looking cover. Really attracted the eye of my wife. Unfortunately, the interior pages didn't hold her attention as much.
I'm happy to report that Kick-Ass 7 is finally on your shelves. Mark Millar and John Romita Jr. return.
This year, Mark Millar has proven himself repeatedly to be the master of comic book pacing. The guy has an ability to plot out a book in a way that really kind of builds and releases the tension. I love the way that Mark Millar actually plots out and paces a book. This edition of Kick-Ass is on a level with his work on Old Man Logan earlier this year. It's just fabulous, and of course with the art by John Romita Jr. it makes Kick-Ass one of the most essential books of the month.
Kick-Ass number 7, out on Icon Comics this week. That's it this week for Fantastic Realm. Thanks for joining us. We'll be launching details of our first anniversary competition next week, so make sure you join us then. In the meantime, keep rating us, keep sending us your comments and your questions, and don't forget to support the people that allow us to bring you this show each week. So get yourself an Urban Species t-shirt, or get yourself down to Fantastic Realm, or check out either of those out online. I'll catch you next week.